Hey guys, it's me Hina and welcome back to my channel. And if you guys don't know it already, Maybelline recently launched its Fit Me range in India and I'm so very excited. If you guys have seen my L'Oreal True Match video review, I did mention that I really want to include a lot of drugstore foundations in my collection. So I was really excited when Maybelline launched its Fit Me collection. So Maybelline just since launched this foundation, the range also includes the powder, the concealer and blushes. However, I only have the foundation for you guys today. And if you guys want me to review the other products from this range as well, please let me know in the comments below and I would love to do that for you guys. So yes, I've been using this foundation for over 2 weeks now. And if you guys don't know, I actually do not believe in first impressions because I actually tend to change my opinion, especially about a foundation after a couple of uses. Hence, I've given this a good try of about 2 weeks and I'm all set to review this foundation for you all. So if you guys are interested in knowing more about the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, then please keep on watching. Mentioned before, Maybelline launched its Fit Me collection in India and the collection includes a total of 5 foundations. I know it's very less, I think it's 16 foundations abroad, but we have only 5 foundations available in India. Maybelline, please give us more shades. I mean, it's so difficult to get a good foundation shade at a drugstore option in India at the moment. So I'm hoping that they launch the other shades as well. But apart from this foundation, they've also launched concealers. And again, they only have 3 shades in the concealer as well. And the darkest shade is number 25, which is too light, which can only be used as an highlighter. And they've also launched 3 blushes and 4 powders. I did swatch the blushes at the counter and I didn't think that they are very pigmented, but that was just one swatch, so I don't want to comment anything about the blushes at the moment. But yes, these are the products that have been launched in the Fit Me range at the moment, and all these products are priced between 400 to 600 Indian rupees, so I think these are super duper affordable. So if you are a beginner and if you want to go ahead and splurge in makeup products, I think this would be a best option for you all. So yes, like I mentioned, I have the Maybelline Fit Me foundation for you all. Now this is not the original Maybelline Fit Me, this is the matte plus poreless version and it is for normal to oily skin, and I have pretty much a combination to normal skin, like, but not extreme oily, neither is extreme dry. So my skin changes as per the climate, but at the moment it is quite normal to combination. And I've chosen the shade 332. Now this is the second darkest shade available in India. The color after this was too dark for me and the color before this was too light, and although I wanted a shade between this and the darkest option, but like I said, we just have 5 foundation options, so I have to manage between what we have. So yes, this is how it looks like. So it comes in this glass bottle, and I think the packaging is very similar to the original Fit Me foundation. It has a glass bottle with a black lid on the top. I like the fact that the name and number of the foundation is mentioned on the lid itself, because if you store your foundation like this, you can actually see it from the top and know your foundation number. By the way, you guys, this foundation is priced at only 525 rupees, and I personally haven't come across a drugstore foundation at this price. So I am really excited about the price point as well, and it includes 30 ml of the product. Now I kept this intact because I wanted to show this to you guys, but I have been using it like this. So it has this screw up lid, and a major disappointment is it does not have a pump. I find it so disappointing to find a packaging as such without the pump, because the pump actually helps me personally to control the amount of product that it can be dispensed. However, without this, I tend to use a lot more product than what is required, and I end up wasting a lot of foundation. Hence, I do not like the packaging which does not have pump, or it should be a tube. I mean, if you don't want to include a pump, please make it a tube, but then yes, this is what it is and we'll have to deal with that. Now this foundation does not have an SPF. I don't think this foundation has an SPF, but it claims that the foundation is for normal to oily skin. It mattifies and refines pores, and it matches your natural skin tone. The finish is natural and seamless. Now I'm really excited to go ahead and try this foundation on camera for you all. So I haven't applied anything on my face. I just have my favorite, the Body Shop Oils of Life on my face at the moment. That's about it. And I haven't even used the primer with this foundation because I actually want you guys to see whether it mattifies my skin and whether it refines my pores. So yes, let's go ahead and apply this foundation. Guys, I've just zoomed in the camera a bit so you guys can see the application of this foundation up close. So I'm going to start by taking a bit of foundation on the back of my... That is a bit too much. Okay, so I've just taken a bit of foundation and I'm going to apply it using this kabuki brush. So yes, let's get started. So I'm going to apply it on one side first and then you can compare both the sides. So just taking some foundation and applying it. Now you guys, this foundation is extremely lightweight, and while I'm applying it does not even feel like I'm applying a lot of product on my face. So it's extremely lightweight. And one thing I've noticed is this foundation, it sets on really fast. It sets on like this. So I have the foundation, but it's actually started to set up already. Has a very nice texture. It blends in really well, so I don't have to do a lot of blending. It is very easy to blend onto the skin, and it is extremely lightweight. I love the fact that it is so lightweight. So I cannot make out the difference that I've applied a foundation on one side and not on one side, because both the sides feel very similar to me. So it feels like skin. This is how the coverage looks like, and as you can see, it has definitely evened out my skin, but it hasn't been able to cover these scars on my face. And like I mentioned before, it dries up pretty quickly on my face, so you have to work really fast on the foundation. And the finish is more powdery, like it does not feel greasy or sticky on the face. So it has this nice satin powdery finish, which I really like. So let me go ahead and finish the application on the other side as well. Now that I have equal amount of foundation on both the sides, I'm going to take a bit more of the foundation and I'm going to try and layer this up to see if we can make it to a full coverage foundation. So I'm going to apply the second layer on my face. So yeah. And this time I'm using a dabbing motion just to make only on the areas where I need a bit more coverage. Oh, you can actually see that the second layer has been able to pretty much cover up my scars and pigmentation. So I really like it like that. And for the other areas, I'm just going to blend. And by the way, you guys, I forgot to show it, but it has a very thick, creamy texture, so it is not runny, which I like. I do not like my foundations to be like really runny and droopy everywhere. So yes. As you can see with the second layer, it has given me like sort of a full coverage, not extreme, but I'm pretty happy with the coverage with the second layer. And I also like the fact that this foundation does not oxidize, because I know a lot of foundations that actually oxidize on my face. So it's really nice that it's true to its color and it does not oxidize or change its color after the application. Now I'm quickly going to go ahead, finish the rest of my face, and I'll be back with the conclusion for this foundation. So I've had this foundation for almost 40 minutes on my face. I did my makeup and I had to run somewhere. So I have this for almost 40 minutes now. And I forgot to mention this, but while I was just checking my face on the mirror, I just realized that it does clinch onto your dry patches. So since this foundation is made for normal to oily skin, if you have a dry skin, you are going to face this issue. So make sure that if you have a dry skin, your skin is really well moisturized, otherwise it will cling onto your dry patches and it will stay on there like here. So since I've already tested this foundation for 2 weeks, I'm not going to do a longevity test. So let me just go ahead and quickly conclude my reviews about this foundation. So overall, I really like that Maybelline has launched a drugstore foundation and it is priced at only 525 rupees, which I think is really affordable. Apart from that, I do not like that the packaging does not have pump. It isn't hassle to use a foundation without a pump, but for the price, I think this is what you get. Also, I wish that Maybelline had introduced a couple more shades in India rather than just introducing 5 foundation options for all Indian complexions. As for the texture of this foundation goes, it has like a medium to thick consistency. It is not runny. When on application, it blends on really well. It is not a full coverage foundation, but it is definitely a buildable foundation, and it sets on really fast onto your skin. So you have to work really fast with this foundation. The overall finish of the foundation after application is really matte, but it's not like stretchy or dry or uncomfortable kind of a matte. So it is a matte, and however the foundation starts to get oily after 2 hours of wear, and this foundation lasts very well on me for 5 hours, but after that it does starts to fade, and it fades very unevenly, which I do not like. However, I really like the fact that this foundation is extremely lightweight and it gives you a very natural finish. I really like that about this foundation. And as per the claims of this foundation, so it says that it mattifies and refines pores, and I have to tell you guys that it does not actually do miracles on pores. I do not have like very enlarged pores, but I do have a bit of pores on this area, and although it just minimizes my pores to some extent, but after 2 hours you can start seeing them again, and there is no magically disappearing of the pores happening here. So if you are considering to buy this option thinking about the Poreless claim, then it's not worth it. You definitely will have to use a primer underneath. And the other was it matches natural tone, which I really agree to. It does matches your natural skin tone, although I still wish that Maybelline had introduced a bit more shades in India. And it says that the finish is very natural and seamless, and I strongly agree. So overall, I really like the foundation. I always say this, but Maybelline actually has the best drugstore options available out there, and this foundation is no less. So if you have a normal to oily skin, you can definitely go ahead and invest your 525 rupees in this foundation. You wouldn't be disappointed. So yes, this was my review on the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation. I really hope that you enjoyed this review. If you want me to review any other products, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!